kolēģi, arhitektūras jomas profesionāļi, Rīgas patrioti. Man ir tas gods atklāt Reinhold Schmaeling konferenci, kas iecerēta kā platforma profesionālai diskusijai un jaunākajiem atklājumiem Rīgas arhitektūrā. Kāpēc mikrorajoni šogad? Novērojumi un atziņas par to, ka vienā otrā Rīgas mikrorajonā
in architecture. Why we've chosen the residential micro units? Well, the volume of the micro units in our urban fabric forces us to think about revitalizing these areas or probably rebuilding these areas. And then we are very happy that we are not alone struggling with this challenge, because our neighbors, our close neighbors, as well as a bit more distant neighbors, are struggling with this problem for a while. And there are no universal solutions. Why Riga and its residential micro units? Well, according to statistics, the residential micro units amount for 50% of residential housing in Riga. So from the economic point of view, majority of transactions are taking place in the segment of residential micro units. So what concerns residential micro units and their today's feature, the heat insulation project costs hundreds of millions of lads, but it is already obvious that we will not be able to renovate all the buildings. What concerns energy efficiency of these houses, we can, along with replacing heat insulation, can also make these houses a bit more attractive and also contribute to the attractiveness of the urban environment. However, this project is struggling as regards to the architectural intervention tools available to the architects at the moment to solve in an integrated and sustainable manner the problem of micro units. And last but not least, what the new generations of Rigans and Rigans altogether think about these residential micro units are the questions that this conference is aiming to answer. Therefore, we've invited not only the leading professionals of the industry, but also students. Most probably, majority of these students upon graduation in future years will be responsible for the managing, designing and revamping the residential micro units of Riga. Therefore, in the heat of debate, we should not forget the opinion of the professionals who have greater experience compared to the students. So we've invited for this conference a number of speakers, architects from the Baltic Sea region, as the master's and doctoral study students as well, who will talk about the residential micro units of Riga from the spatial planning, housing typology perspective. And we are looking forward to hearing from our neighbors, close neighbors, the Tallinn and its architects. And we'll have also the opportunity to learn and, in a way, also challenge their approach to renovating the residential micro units. As you can see in the agenda, we have 3 sessions. The first session will focus on research and research needs in the area. In the second session, we'll talk about design. And in the third session, we'll try to develop the strategic perspective and we'll talk about further steps that we need to take in order to improve the situation. So in scope of the session 3 at 6 o'clock, we'll also have the presentation of the Calgary urban planning and environmental design professor Sasha Tsenko, who's an international housing expert, and in the beginning of 2000s has worked in the Riga city and is very well aware of what the situation in Riga is. Let me also underline that in your handout folders you will find the draft manifest of the conference. This manifest is intended as as a common sort of denominator for this conference, and each one of you is kindly invited to provide your additions, changes to this manifest during the conference as well as afterwards. I would like to wish everyone a constructive conference today, and with this I would like to hand over the moderation of the first session to our Sandra Treia.